I'd say this. Um, there's a point where you learn that a lot of things that you've been taught were lies. So, for example, in my case, I remember being pushed so heavily to go to school. This is before the internet was like popping, and I was a 17-year-old who hated academia. Mm. And my parents pressured me so much. My guidance counselor pressured me. I had good grades. I hated every second of being in school, going to school. And then I remember going to orientation day for university. They let you come in to see what university's like. And I walked in and I went to a lecture hall and I fell asleep. And I realized, like, I can't do this. There's no way I'm paying money to go do this shit. This is not for me, but the whole world was constantly telling me. So I ended up just joining the military instead. My mom stopped talking to me,
Me too.
And it was a tough period. Spent 2 years in the military. My third year, ended up leaving after that. And then had the money I had. Speaking to a lot of my friends from university, I saw how miserable they were. And 4 or 5 years later, what I ended up realizing is a lot of the stuff that I'd been forced to accept as being true, like you need to go to school, you'll be a failure, all this stuff, turned out to be bullshit. And I was angry for a long time. And then I get to my latter years and talking with my parents and understanding, what I realized wasn't that these people were trying to feed me a lie.
They just cared about you.
Exactly. They were trying to feed me what they thought was
Which
right.
is a lie.
Hold on. It's not that they were lying to me.
They didn't know they were lying.
Okay, exactly. So
yes, that's why I'm angry. Because everything people believe in is
breathe. Bring it down.
Why bring it down?
Hold on.
Let's just relax.
I understand your rage because I've been there. I just want you to hear me. Okay?
I hear you.
So when my parents are saying all this stuff, I'm realizing the intention that they came at me with, and it made me resent them a lot less because I understood the misconceptions that they were taught, right?
I understand that
too. So once I realized that, it kind of hit me that a lot of people who are doing wrong things to me, or maybe the way that society's structured in some ways are doing wrong things to me, isn't necessarily because they have evil intentions. Sometimes
that's obvious. There's some obvious stuff. I know that because everybody's brainwashed. It's not their fault they make no sense. They tell us to make no sense. So I'm trying to wake people the fuck up. Everything you believe in is a lie. The government doesn't care about you. School is a scam. All the fucking history books are lies. We need to wake up and stop letting them control us. I'm not mad at my parents. I'm mad at the fucking system. I'm not mad at the dumb girl who believes in this nonsense. I'm mad at the people who brainwashed them in the first place. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than just the people in your circle. It's the whole thing. In control, does not give a fuck about us, Aba.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Hold on. I don't believe that. We have some right here locally in Montreal.
Locally?
Relax, man. I do a lot of stuff within the community that I live in. Okay, I'm involved with some people. We set up community centers. We set up stuff like that. Really important stuff that's important to me. We work with government officials who help us get the funding. What I'm trying to tell you is I understand your displeasure. I understand the fact that you're like, man, the government's fucking up all this stuff. What I'm trying to tell you is that there are still people that you can work with that can do some change locally. What I think is, hold up. Breathe. I think people are so terminally online that they look at these problems on the whole and they're looking at the canvas, not realizing there's a small picture right in front of them.
Okay.
If you spend so much time online trying to solve the world issues, what you end up realizing is you can do nothing because the problem is too expensive. But if most of us focus on the shit happen in our communities, there's a lot more that we can tangibly do to make a world a better place. And I'm just gonna finish on this last point, okay? I was very fortunate that when I was a young man, I had somebody who wanted to help me at a really pivotal point in my life, okay? Somebody who worked in the government. Now, when this person helped me, they didn't understand the kind of influence I would later have later on them. But they unintentionally, by focusing on their community, helped breed somebody who in the future can help people on a larger scale. I think too many people are so busy to be like, oh my God, there's a typhoon in Taiwan. Oh my God, Sri Lanka is going underwater. There's riots in Tibet. All this stuff. It's like, bro, you don't even know what's happening across the street. You ain't been to your local community center to volunteer for 1 hour. People are spending so much time consuming everything everywhere, they forgot to just be in their own fucking house. So Go deal with your family. That's why Jordan